The ancient cup known as the Holy Grail rested not upon a gleaming altar, but forgotten within the cool, damp stones of a crumbling monastery cellar. Dust motes danced in the thin shafts of light that pierced the high, narrow windows. Settling silently on its once radiant surface, it felt a profound sorrow. A vessel that had once held the most sacred essence, now emptied of all but a faint, lingering echo of that divine presence deep within its curved base. A single, impossible droplet of luminous liquid remained. Clinging with quiet desperation, this was the missing drop, separated long ago in a moment of haste and fear. The last tangible whisper of its former glory. It yearned not for worship, but for completion, for the chance to make the Grail whole again. Years flowed like a quiet stream past the forgotten monastery walls. In the nearby village lived Elias, a woodcarver whose hands shaped beauty from rough timber, but whose heart was heavy with a quiet grief. He missed his wife, Elias, taken by a fever. 2 winters past, the vibrant colors of the world seemed muted to him. Laughter felt distant one crisp autumn morning, drawn by a need for solitude away from the cheerful bustle of the harvest market. Elias wandered further than usual. He found the old monastery path, overgrown and neglected. A strange, gentle pull, like a forgotten melody, guided him through the broken archway and down worn steps into the Solariuro's cool embrace. There, beneath a covering of ancient, moth-eaten burlap, the Grail pulsed with a soft, internal light that Elias felt more than saw. Carefully, reverently, he lifted the cloth. The cup was simple, unadorned, yet radiated an undeniable stillness as he held it. A warmth spread through his chilled fingers. Peering inside, his breath caught. Nestled in the very center of the base was a single drop of liquid. It shone with its own pure, white light, like captured starlight, humming with a quiet, profound energy. It felt impossibly precious, a secret the world had lost. Elias understood, with a certainty beyond words, that this was a fragment of something immeasurably sacred. Elias carried the Grail home, cradled carefully against his chest. The light of the drop a comforting warmth. He placed it on his simple workbench, where the morning sun could touch it. He didn't seek to sell it or proclaim its discovery. Instead, he felt a deep responsibility to protect it. As days turned into weeks, a subtle change filled Elias's small cottage. The pervasive ache of loneliness didn't vanish, but it softened, like a hard knot slowly loosening. Sitting near the Grail in the evenings, carving intricate patterns into a piece of fragrant cedar, he found his thoughts turning less to the sharp pain of loss and more to the tender warmth of memories of Elias. The drop's light seemed to gently wash over his spirit. The presence of the Grail, and the quiet glow of the missing drop, began to weave a subtle magic beyond Elias's cottage. People passing by his open door often paused, drawn by an inexplicable sense of peace. A worried mother, her child feverish, stopped one afternoon seeking respite. As she sat near the workbench, her frantic fear eased, replaced by a calm strength. An old man burdened by regret lingered at the threshold and later walked away seeming lighter, his steps less labored. Elias welcomed them all silently, offering no explanations, simply sharing the space where the drop's gentle radiance offered solace. It healed not bodies, but hearts, mending unseen fractures with threads of light. One clear winter night, gazing at the drop's steady glow, Elias understood its true purpose. It wasn't meant to stay hidden on his workbench, a private comfort. Its light was meant to return home. The deep sadness he sensed within the Grail itself was a call for wholeness. The drop needed to rejoin the vessel from which it had been torn. The thought of parting with it brought a pang. It had been his companion through the darkest season of his soul, yet a stronger conviction grew. Keeping it was an act of holding on to the very grief the light had helped soften. True healing meant letting go, trusting the drop to complete its journey with a resolve born of love, not duty. Elias carefully carried the Grail back to the monastery cellar. At dawn, moonlight still silvered the stones kneeling on the cold earth. He gently tilted the cup. The luminous drop, as if recognizing its birthplace, trembled for a moment, then slid smoothly, soundlessly, into the very center of the Grail's base. A blinding, yet tender, light erupted, pure and white, filling the cellar. pouring out through the windows like liquid dawn. It held no heat, only an overwhelming sense of peace, completion, and boundless compassion. Elias shielded his eyes, tears tracing paths down his cheeks, feeling the rightness of it deep within his bones as the light gradually faded to a soft, golden radiance emanating from the now Holy Grail. Elias felt an incredible lightness. The heavy cloak of sorrow he'd worn for so long dissolved. He remembered Alara not with crushing pain, but with profound gratitude and enduring love. The Grail's gentle warmth seemed to whisper that love never truly departs, leaving the sacred vessel where it belonged, now softly glowing with its essence restored. Elias walked back towards the waking village. The winter air was crisp, the sky blushed pink with sunrise. His heart, once fractured, felt whole, not because the loss was gone, but because it was finally embraced by peace. The true miracle hadn't been the light of the drop, but the quiet courage it sparked to release it. Finding his own wholeness in letting the lost thing finally go home, he carried that warmth within him now, a quiet light for the days ahead.